even have an excuse. This is why I'm here at the time that I'm here. Y'all got me watching Love Island. Now, let me tell you something. I told y'all that I was going to review that show. I didn't know it came on every day. That's a lot. That is a lot. It is a little catchy show, though. It's cute. It's cute, but it's a lot. 5 days a week? Why? Why is that show 5 days a week? It makes no sense. Why did y'all recommend that show to me? First of all, I have too many shows that I like watching. I'm watching Love Island, Too Hot to Handle. I'm about to start watching Sexy Beast. Now HBO Max is coming out with a show called F-Boy Island. It's too much. Then 90 Day Fiance, they're doing a streaming service show on the Discovery Plus app, and it's going to be about people who got pregnant vacationing with these men at villas. Like, it's too much TV. It's too much TV. Hey, family. Love Island is a good show, but it's just like it comes on every day a week. I watched the first episode, and then I was like, why do I have so many episodes left? The episode just aired. 5 days a week. The devil is a liar. I might just give you a quick recap at the end of the week. I don't know. But I am. It's cute. It's a cute little misogynistic show. That's the best that I can give it. I'm feeling bad for Cachet. Anyway, how are y'all doing? How are you? I am going to be reviewing You, Me, and My Ex tonight. That's going to be with 90 Day Fiance. So, and I'm normally going to post those probably on Monday morning. Those are going to be edited reviews just because I don't have a lot to talk about concerning 90 Day Fiance. That's just not my show. If y'all want me to do a live, I will, but it will never be on Sunday. 90 Day Fiance live. It's just 90 Day Fiance. It's not giving. It's not giving what it's supposed to give, especially when you have great shows like Love After Lockup. 90 Day Fiance is not doing what it needs to do for me. So I don't know. I don't know. 90 Day Fiance is on the chopping block. 90 Day Fiance is on the chopping block. Baby, don't you wanna dance up on me? Are you ready? Yeah, Anissa. Anissa was like, I can't watch anything that comes on every day. I'm the same. I recorded it, but I didn't know it was like 5 episodes a week. That's like a marriage. That's too much of a commitment for me. Exactly, Jonas. I'm just like, how many episodes do you have? That is a lot. Who came up with that idea? That is a lot. I'm telling you, they must have them in that house like it's the damn army. Got them going through drills to give them content. That is a lot. Anissa said, I'm so behind on 90 Day. They're not keeping my attention. That show with the pregnancy sounds like a mess I need in my life, though. Child, it's basically women who have fell in love on vacation with men from the place that they have vacation. One girl is pregnant. Another girl, every time she leaves, her man cheats on her. Like, it's a lot. The girl that's pregnant, everybody is just like, why would you get pregnant right now? You gotta watch it. I think I forget what it's called. But I have it saved on Discovery Plus. It's a mess. The poor girl is like 9 months pregnant and everybody is dragging her. Like, why would you get pregnant by this man? Like, you are a tourist. You were supposed to have sex with him and go, but you got pregnant. Girl, why would you do this to yourself? And she's like, I fell in love. This is the thing, 90 Day Fiance. It's too many good shows out there that you gotta bring it. And I think with TLC, with the cast that they have given us, I think we have come to the end of the road with these people. And I think it's okay for us to move on to some new blood because this cast is not given what it needs to give. And I honestly think they kept this cast around because of COVID, because they, had their COVID tests and vaccinations, and they were able to continue filming with this cast after their season was done for Happily Ever After. I think that's what it is. I feel like if we weren't in a pandemic, we would have gotten a much different cast. And baby, it's needed because 90 Day Fiance, I'm bored. And I'm never bored with 90 Day Fiance, but I'm bored. Real bored. Okay, so bored. I'm watching the show that comes on 5 days a week like it's a freaking sitcom. The devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. Yeah, the couples need to go. Lisa said I couldn't see myself smashing a random local on vacation anyway. I'm engaged now. Oh, congrats. Congrats, Anissa. Congrats. While y'all doing it, let's get in the room. Ooh. I didn't feel any pain. I think we're doing better. I've been leaving it alone. I haven't, like, look at my hair. This is how my hair looks when I do it with my left hand. I'm trying. I've been very easy with this hand, lightly using it, and I'm starting to heal up. Let's see. Okay, come on. In the room. Wait, doing too much. Doing too much. Oh, come on. In the room. Yeah, we got so much to talk about. So won't you come on in the room? Come on, come on, come on in the room. Whoa, come on in the room. Yeah, we got so much to talk about because Potomac is that girl. Potomac is that girl. Let me tell you something. They saw an opening and they took it. These ladies saw an opening and they took it. Atlanta was sleeping and Potomac said, well, I'm wide awake. Let's go. Come on. Come on in the room. Whoa, come on in the room. I'm so excited. I get excited about reality TV when the people who are on, like the cast, when they show up to work. That excites me. I love getting on here and talking about a show with you guys where the people are actually showing up to work. They're showing up to work and I'm loving it. Come on in the room. Whoa, come on in the room. Come on, come on. We got so much to talk about. I said, we got so much to talk about. I said, listen, I don't want to put nothing on nobody's womb. Ashley, just like with Eva, if you're going to be pregnant every season, you got to go. No shade. We love a woman that, a pregnant woman that is bearing and giving life. We love that. We love that. But you cannot be pregnant every season, especially when you got a husband that's sexually harassing men on set. We got to talk about you and go in. You got this baby. Don't nobody feel like dragging you the way that you need to be dragged. You can't be pregnant next season. Auntie, I'm serious. We have to have like a 2 pregnancy season clause where it's just like, okay, if you're going to be pregnant every season, maybe you can't film until you're done. Come on in the room. Whoa, come on in the room. Yeah, we got so much to talk about. I said, we got so much to talk about. I said, we got so much to talk about. So won't you come on in the room? Come on. I'm still thinking about Love Island. Love Island America. I can't watch the US version, but I'm still thinking about that. I'm so, the dark-skinned girl. They did her dirty. They did her dirty. They always do us dirty. It is what it is. Hey, Shanaz Moore. Hey, got my wine ready. That's right. I got my Fiji water, the best water that God ever created. Fiji. You see it? Got my Fiji. Got my Fiji. Vodka with 3 olives say, isn't that against the law of discrimination? Who cares? Who cares? I'm just saying, pregnant people don't be giving like they need to give. And this is the thing, right? You get away with a lot because you're pregnant. But if you were messy the season before, they can't, you're not going to look good going after somebody who's pregnant and actually got a mouth, right? So you got the freaking baby. Nobody going to drag you. It's going to be boring for you. It's going to be boring for us. I don't have a problem with you having children. Have them off season. You know when the show is about to wrap, right? So why don't you get pregnant a couple months before, you're about to be done wrapping. So by the time we get to the reunion, you're about to pop or something like, you know what I mean? Like, oh my goodness, by the time I come back, I'll have a newborn. Yeah, being pregnant every season when you're messy. I got a problem. Because a lot of people were raised right. Some people, because I was like, I got a couple cousins that have fought pregnant and beat up pregnant women. Listen, I don't know. I don't agree with it, but I'm just saying. You just be like, oh my gosh, she got a baby. Don't hit her. I'm from Philly. But yeah, I got a problem with you being messy and you're pregnant every season. Like, Ashley, is this it? No shade. Is this it? Get pregnant off season. That's all have the baby off season. When you're on the season, it's like you're just there, pregnant. But you got a mouth and nobody can say anything. It just doesn't seem fair. It just doesn't seem fair. Before I get into it, Marlena, please don't beat up pregnant women. Oh my God. I just realized. Listen, that is not what I'm saying. I'm just saying not everybody was raised right, right? A lot of us were, but not, not everybody was raised right. And there are some people, a lot of them from Philadelphia, who do not care. Listen, Marlene, I always put the at the end of your name. I'm sorry, I'm American. Marlene, thank you so much. Marlene, one of my beautiful subscribers. She always sends me those great bonnets. If you ever see me in like a gray bonnet with like pearls on it, or like a few glitter bonnets, Marlene sent them to me from Belgium. I wanted to shout out her business because I was just like, I know you saw me all over your page. I was all over her page, her business page last night, and I was like liking a bunch of stuff. But if you would like to, please go support, especially, if you're in Belgium, please go support our girl, Marlene, at Blooms for Events. She's an event planner and she does great, guys, she knows what she's doing. This one right here, this little safari one. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, she's so talented. Ah! Look at that. Look at that. Blooms for Events. Blooms for Events. Come on. Little safari birthday party. Cute. Very cute. Extremely talented. I actually wanted to try to do something like this because Shein has a set for like $6 where you can get all the decorations that you need to make this little balloon thing. I don't trust it, but I'm going to get it and try. But sis, if you weren't in Belgium, I would have been called you. I'm loving these balloon arrangements. How do you do that? That takes a lot of damn time. Good for you, Marlene, at Blooms for Events. Good for you, sis. Just talented. Look at that. I just had to shout you out, Marlene, because I was all over your page. Like, oh my God, somebody this talented follows me. A lot of you guys are so talented. It means so much to me that talented people, are subscribed to me, a talented person. You better big yourself up, babies. Don't wait for nobody else to do it. Yes, Shonda, let's be social. Let's be social. Happy birthday, Sage. Happy birthday. It's Kima said, so I need to get pregnant and move to Belgium to support. Blooms for Events, Tony. Blooms for Events. I hope you guys see it. Blooms for Events. Go check out our sis. Thank you, Shonda. Shonda put it in the comments section. I know. That's what I'm talking about, new Mommy D. I don't want it to get misconstrued. That's what I'm talking about. New Mommy D says Ashley was the main antagonist for two seasons ago, and then she's pregnant and wholesome, and no one can drag her. That's my thing. Eva did the same thing. Not saying that she scheduled to get pregnant after being messy, but Eva was messy. And then especially at the reunion, and then when you come back, you can't say nothing to Eva because Eva got a baby. So it's just damn, I guess that beef is dead. Who gonna cuss out a pregnant woman? Oh my goodness. Yeah, but I'm so proud of Potomac. I'm so proud of Potomac. Gizelle knows, Kyle. Gizelle knows. She knows. I always say that Giselle's house looks like if Lisa Frank went to hell and was asked to decorate it. That's what it looks like. Hell decorated by Lisa Frank. We got a super chat. Thank you so much, Advice Queens. Advice Queen said, Nikki, look at Premier Choice events. If you need local events, when you come back to Philadelphia, we in Delaware. Thank you so much, Advice Queen. I definitely will. Thank you for the super chat. We got another super chat from Shan. Oh, Shan. Hey, Shan. Thank you for being here. Shan said, thanks for keeping us entertained and up to date. Love your recaps. Love you. Is that Shan in Vancouver? Is that you, Shan? Either way, thank you so much for super chat. Again, my hand is getting a little better, so I'll fix my original buzzer and we'll get back to the cha-ching, but I need a new battery. So, you know what? Not bad for my left hand. Not bad. I did pretty good. I did pretty good. Oh my God. JB says that Gizelle's house is like hot vomit. But listen, she was on Watch What Happens Live. She knows. Gizelle knows. She's like, this is my style. I love how she owns it. Thanks, Gizelle. Let's get into the episode. Let's get into it. So it was such a good opener. Such a good opener. Wendy. Let's talk about Wendy. She really came into her own this season. Like so far. Like I feel like she is taking the second season glow up. And like she's taking a lot of our advice and doing what needs to be done because the wigs are so much better. She got that hairline in check. Not saying that the hairline was a lot. I love a full hairline, right? But it was a lot, right? The wig wasn't matching up with the hairline and things were, it is what it is, right? This is your first time. That last season was like your first time on the show like this. So you got to learn, right? Because when things are out of place for you that are normally okay, especially for your political commentating, nobody's really looking at your wig, right? But when you get on the show, you're looking at the wigs and the fashions because this is what comes with it. So, you know, I don't think she was judged harshly. I think she was judged fairly for her first season. I think she took the notes and I think she did a great job. She looks great. The wigs look great. Hairline is great. Makeup is great. She got her little mommy makeover with, her implants and some tweaks. Some tweaks, meaning, some stuff was done to the butt. Because I was just like, oh, all right, maybe we're doing some squats. Okay. But listen, she looks great. I think she's going to give us another great season, but I think she took notes and I think she's going to show up in a really good way. I really, really do. And it seems like her and the Grand Dame are cool this season. I hope it lasts because I feel like those two could be a really powerful duo on this show. So I hope they're able to come together. I think they will probably be able to come together this season to go after Gizelle collectively because it seems like Gizelle is going to be the one to bring up the Eddie rumor to her face. So we will see. But Wendy, I'm loving the second season glow up. She's killing it. Even with the tweaks. I will say this, right? The Grand Dame, I told you, I don't have any favorites on this show or any housewife show, but I will admit I have one favorite out of all of the shows that I review, and it is the Grand Dame. I think she is just perfect for reality TV. I think she is perfect for Potomac, but I feel like she could fit in any show and kill it. I am a fan, right? I loved when, first of all, these shady editors, I love when she was talking about Wendy. She was just like, oh, Wendy got some tweets. But some other stuff happened, right? The shady Bravo editors cut to when the Grand Dame and Wendy was having lunch. And the Grand Dame was looking at Wendy's face like, she was like, something is different. So, yeah, Wendy, you had a lot of tweets. This is what I will say about Wendy, right? I don't think you need to have this nude party for your boobs where you're talking about getting work done and you introduce the ladies and you say, oh, I've gotten work done. I've had my breasts done and I've had some tweaks. What you can't do is get snippy with somebody like Mia when they ask what the tweaks are, right? You had this whole party to celebrate this mommy makeover, let's be real, that you got, and then people can't ask questions about what the party is for, right? Like you've had this and you've had tweaks. But if somebody asks, you get snippy, like how she got snippy with Mia, who I thought asks a really, just regular important question, right? This is what the party is for. So what else did you have done? Because you said tweaks. Mia was like, okay, well, what are the tweaks? And Wendy's just like, well, what did you get done? And Mia's like, I got my lips, I got my nose, I got my breast, I got my butt, I got my vagina. Like, she went through the list. She was like, I don't feel any way about it. Like, this is what I got done. And then Wendy was just like, oh yeah, you look like you got a lot of work done. Wendy, that was nasty. And it was so unnecessary because this is what the party was about. It was about the work you got done on your body. So Mia wasn't out of line by asking what you got done. And speaking of Mia, great intro to the show. Great intro. I think she did a great job. I was impressed by how she entered into these group of women. I loved how she was confident. I love how she has the money, okay? And she has the fashions to hold a housewife. What do they hold in Potomac? What do they make in Potomac? What is Potomac known for? Dusty mansions? A brick. I think they hold a brick. I think they hold a dusty brick. Anyway, I think that she is built for this show. Just my first impression. Like, I felt like she was very comfortable with the cameras. She came in, did what needed to be done. She was not nasty, Wendy. I don't know why you snapped. But I think she did a great job on her first, her intro to the audience. I think it was good. I think she even had like a little comedic moment where she's obviously lying about her age. Mia, 36, even in Black years. Ma'am. That's why you couldn't get your husband age and your age together. Because she's like, yeah, my husband is 38 years older than me, and I'm 36. Because the ladies were just like, how old are you? Do you mind my asking? And she was like, I'm 36. Then they all started doing the math, like, and then Gizelle was just like, that's not adding. I love them. Because they did not have to do the math, right? She said her husband was 38 years older than her, and she's 36. So they started doing the math, and they was just like, wait a minute, the math not mathing. This is not adding up. And then Mia was just like, oh, I'm sorry, I think he's 30. 30, not 38. Mia, you're not 36. And that's okay. You're on a show with women who are in their 40s and 50s. I think only 2 people are in their 30s, and they're, getting to be mid-30s. So it's okay. It is okay, Mia. Maybe you are 36 and the work is aging you, but it's okay. It's okay to not be 36 on these shows. These shows actually, which is a great thing about these housewife shows, although they're messy, they do give older women job opportunities in TV and entertainment that are very rare, few and far in between for women who are over the age of 30. So, you're in good hands, sis. You're in good hands, but I think she made a great intro. I loved Mia. I don't have anything bad to say about her. She made a great intro. She looked the part. She acts the part. She does not have any beef with anybody at this point. We know she's going to get into something with Candace. But for right now, and it seems like when I saw the season trailer, it seems like she had a really good storyline. So who knows? Who knows? I hope, Mia, that this isn't a situation where, because this happens a lot of times, where these women get on the show and I hope you're not being Kelsey Grammer. That's all I'll say. I hope your husband isn't allowing you to be on this show or okaying you and your family to be on the show only to get rid of you, because it happens. It does happen. But girl, you'll be fine. You're great for TV. Great for TV. Ashley, what is the end game? What is the end game with you and this man? Because this is the thing. He doesn't have any redeeming qualities, right? And Ashley doesn't help. So it's like, what do you want us, the viewers, to say about your husband? Because you're saying, oh, me and him are not having sex. I haven't wanted to have sex with him for months, and we haven't had sex for months. And I was initially scared that he would cheat on me because I wasn't having sex with him. Okay, well, what do you want me to say? What do you want us to say about that? Because this is the thing. Ashley gets mad when anybody says anything about her husband, but I got to be honest with you, honey. You haven't sold him in a positive light on any season. on any season, you do realize a lot of the stuff that people are saying about your husband, you have given us. Right? Because you didn't have to tell us that you're not having sex with him. You didn't have to tell us that you were afraid because you weren't feeling like you wanted to have sex with him, that you were afraid that he was going to cheat on you. You didn't have to say any of that. You could have said it has been unicorns and rainbows and we are in a good place. Because what you do is you volunteer this information. Then you get snippy at any and anybody who has something to say about it. But it's like you haven't sold him to be a good partner. And then this man shows up on camera and he's sexually harassing any black man with a big butt. What are we supposed to say? Okay, Gollum is being Gollum. It is what it is. Like, what do you want us to say, girl? Like, you never give us any good information about this man, but then you're at the reunion. My husband is this, my husband is that. But you told us he was trash. You told us. So how are we supposed to break this man down if this is what you're volunteering to us? Are you saying pregnant because you don't want to be up under him? I get it. Listen, we all know that when young girls get with old men, we know it's for the check. Okay, right? Unless it's a Ronald Isley, and they are few far in between. You know what I mean? Rarely do old men age like that, right? And still have the coin. So we know what it is. Is this what you're doing? Then I'll excuse the pregnancies. If you're just trying to stay pregnant so you don't got to jump under Gollum, I'll excuse it. Before I go on, we got a super chat from Shonda. Shonda said, Bravo had a 7-minute preview of episode 2 on their website. Oh, cool. Thank you so much, Shonda. Child, that wasn't the one I picked up. That I thought I picked up. I thought I picked up this one. Thank you for the super chat. Oh my gosh. Oh, I think I got another one. Hey, Sebastian. Sebastian said a grown man with 2 babies' mothers, all on your mother's and Bravo's dime. Down bad if there's a bottom. Also, Michael knows his man. Stop. Y'all messy. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sebastian. Well, see, that's the thing. I just want to know, like, what is the end game, actually? You don't volunteer any good stuff about him. So you can't get mad at your castmates or the viewers who come to this conclusion about who your man is when this is the information. The closest person to him on this show gives us this information about him. Are we supposed to like him? You don't make it easy to do that. You don't make it easy to do that. Candace's bonus daughter. So Gizelle comes over to Candace's and her mom's house. This show is so messy. This show is so messy. I will say this. Say whatever you want to say about Candace, but she is the only person on this show who is pedigree. Let's be real. She was born into this. Everybody else had to bang their way into it. Say what you want about her. Yes, I mean, because that's the thing. Like, I feel like she gets dragged a lot because her mother helps her financially. That's what rich people do. The 2 richest men in the world had financial help from their parents. Like, this is what rich people do. I think it's a lot of working class and middle class people who have a problem with Candace being pedigree or like being born into this kind of lifestyle because maybe it's something you're not used to, right? But I'm here to tell you, this is what rich people do. Anyway, so y'all can shade her for that being her mom's house, but that's the wealthy kind of life. Like, that's what they do. Anyway, we all wish that our parents could help us like that financially. We all would be a lot farther in our lives. Anyway, so Gizelle goes over to see Candace's new home that she shares on the mortgage with her mother. And you know what? Candace's home is it's cute for Potomac. You know what I mean? Like, it's a cute Potomac house. Her bonus daughter, her bonus son. The bonus daughter is very special in a way where as soon as she meets Gizelle, the baby sees her for exactly who she is. Like, Gizelle is trying to talk to her. The baby is just like, Candace is just like, she doesn't talk much. She's just staring at Gizelle. And Gizelle is just talking to her. And she's like, I was like, oh, The baby got a strong sense of discernment. Like her spirit of discernment was connected with what had just walked into the home. I will say this about Candace's bonus kids. I think there's 2 more, right? From another mother? Or is there 1 more? No, I think he has 4. Jesus, to each his own. I will say this, especially about Mateo, who is Candace's bonus son. And what's her husband's name? Michael? The other white man, his son. He is such a sweetheart. Mateo is such a sweetheart. Like you can, in this episode, he was like helping his sister get dinner, like decide what she wanted to eat. Then he was helping her with her homework. Everybody else was seeming to be frustrated. He wasn't frustrated with her. He really loves and cares for his little sister. He's a great big brother. He really, really is. I wonder if we're going to see the more of Candace's white man. Let me stop. Candace's husband. If we're going to see more of his other children. Because they did say in their confessional that Candace, if they do decide to have children, which I think they will, Candace will be his 3rd baby mama. Because at first she said 4th. And he was like, don't do me like that. And she was like, 3rd baby mama. Candace, you are a rich kid who, girl, you got a ghetto life. This is so ghetto. Ciao. Congrats. But those kids are very sweet. And I'm glad that, Chris is opening up and allowing us to see the children. Maybe one day we'll get the baby mothers or the are they baby mothers or ex-wives? Either or, maybe we'll get them on the show. Can they be friends of the show? Because I don't think we have any friends of the show this season. Man, I miss Monique. Anyway, let me address the super chat. Thank you, Tracy. Tracy said, Sarah, I missed that one. Sarah Avatu, $4.99. Hi, Nikki. Finally caught alive. Do you mind reviewing the reunion of Married to Med? Would love to hear your thoughts. Love you. Also, like up this video. Thank you, Sarah. And thank you so much, Tracy. I apologize for not catching that. Sarah, I can't do Married to Medicine because, it's a conflict of interest. But I do love the show. The reunion was great. But yeah, Mama can't do it. Mama cannot do it. Thank you so much for the super chat. Who was I talking about? I moved on from Candace and Chris. Great debut. Candace's new home. And of course, Candace's mother has her own room. Like, this is the thing. They make such a big deal about Candace's life, but I feel like it's just very normal. If you have money and you have the space to create a grandparent suite, you do that. Her mother has a room in her home. I think that I've seen it. I've seen it in the people who have money. They're like, oh, this is a grandparent suite. This is where the grandparents come, or this is where our parents stay. It's more like a little guest house, but it's more or less something that they built for their parents to stay in. Wasn't weird to me. What was weird was the life-size cutout of her mother that is right next to the bed that the mother actually loves. That was the only thing that was weird to me about that situation. But, Candace's mother has always been like, one of those housewives that just hangs around but doesn't actually hold a dusty brick, but she's still a part of the show. And I don't mind it. They're good TV. Gizelle and Jamal are no longer together. We're not shocked. I think we all saw this along with her kids. Speaking of her kids, this is the thing that I was outside of this show being for entertainment, right? The thing that really bothered me about that was the fact that I was just like, Gizelle, your children already see this falling apart because it seems like her parents have tried to do this before. Their parents have tried to do this before multiple times and it didn't work. My problem has always been with this relationship. Listen, you can do whatever you want for entertainment, but if you're going to bring your children through this process and your children who obviously know this is a bad idea for both of their parents, why would you film this process, all right? Gizelle could have, I don't know if she could have dated Jamal, but I felt like there could have been a way where her children could not have gotten involved in this. And because you've involved your children, we have a whole season prior of your children telling you, 1, not to do this, 2, this is going to fail. And then we have a season now that we have with you living through with your children, let's get churchy, prophesied. They said that this was going to be a nightmare, that you were going to be heartbroken. And it seems like you're going to be dealing with the fallout of that relationship throughout this season. It's unfortunate, right? It's unfortunate that your children, your daughters warned you. It's unfortunate that we as viewers watch your children go through that process with you, knowing where this will end up. And it's also unfortunate that your daughters watch their mother go through this harm again by their father. This is so sad. It really, really is sad. And I really do think, although I get it, right? I would have, I love the grand dame, but I will have my guns cocked towards her as well, right? But I do agree with the grand dame, though. I do think that your anger is a bit misdirected because he was the one who did those things to you. Unfortunately, Monique found out and told you about the things that he was doing to you on the reunion. But that is somebody that you had that close, intimate relationship with. That is the person that you were married to. That is the person who you were creating, who you created life with. That is the person who you were rekindling a relationship with, right? Your anger should be like this much with the grand dame. Not all of it, but it seems like you have guns blazing for her and her only. And again, misdirected. You should be mad at him. But it seems like this season, you still want to be talking very kindly about this man who continues to break your heart, and your children and your father tell you every time that he is no good for you, but you won't listen. Anger is misdirected. I think a bit should go to her, because I would feel some way too after that. Is Jamal coming? Didn't think so. I would feel some way about that. You know what I mean? But I still agree with the grand dame that your anger is a bit misdirected towards her. Before I go on, I got a super chat. Who did I get a super chat from? This is Tracy. I got that. Phil! Hey, Phil! Phil said Robin comes from money. Really? Really? I didn't know that. Candace lives in Bowie, Maryland. We as Black folks think we have to struggle to make it. Hence the hate on Candace. Thank you so much, Phil. Robin comes from money? I didn't know that. Thanks, Phil, for the super chat. I had no idea. Why is Robin living like that? Anyway, speaking of Robin, her and Juan are building a home. They're finally getting out of their townhouse, which makes sense. Their kids are getting bigger. Juan wants to have twin girls. When? When are y'all going to have these twin girls? And how are y'all going to do it? Not saying that Robin can't have children, but I'm just like, you just can't, unless you're going to Petri dish the babies and pick like the sex and make them twins. Like, how are you going to make that happen unless through science? Are y'all going to keep on trying till y'all get the twin girls? But how are we skipping over the house being fully built and the wedding to twin girls? And let me just say this. That shady producer who asked Robin, when is this wedding with her and Juan going to happen? First of all, he was already exasperated and tired from asking this question. He was just like, so Robin, when is this wedding finally happening? I would have been like, cut. We got to do this again. Not you being tired that me and my man are still not married. I was like, Robin, he is shading you and asking this question. Sis, catch on. Robin can only catch shade when it's coming for Gizelle. She can never catch it when it's directed towards her. She is always oblivious to every attack unless it's directed towards Gizelle. Sis, you got to wake up, Robin. You have to wake up. I talked about Mia, who I love. I talked about Robin and Juan. Hey, Juan, glad you're back on my TV screen. Yeah, I love Mia. I love the whole cast. The whole cast is really showing up. So let's get into, the episode was great. Let's get into the best part of this episode. So Wendy has her nude party to debut her. Oh my God, shoot, hold on. This is work. Contract issues. It is what it is. It'll work itself out. Anyway. I'm still getting my money. Anyway, so Wendy has her debut, the nude. I don't know what the nude thing was, though. I didn't get it. Because Wendy, you weren't even wearing your nude. But this whole nude party was to debut her breasts and the tweaks that she had that she will not speak of. And if you ask her about those tweaks, she will cuss you out. But this is what this whole party was for. When she finally got to what this party was about, then the ladies were able to sit down and dine. And while they were dining or whatever, I think Wendy brings up making amends. Oh, because Candace was brought up, because Candace said that she got sick right before the dinner, so she could not come. And then a lot of people were saying, I think it was Robin as well, was saying that they believed that she did not come because her and Grand Dame, they are having their issues. And the Grand Dame was just like, well, I would love to fix that because she is somebody who I believe is truly a friend, and I want to fix that with her. And then Wendy mentions, yeah, I hope a lot of other things could be fixed. And Gizelle found her opening, because this is one thing that Gizelle said that I did not believe, because Gizelle said if Karen came in and was just like, I apologize, what I did was wrong, can we move forward? She would take it, right? And she wouldn't say anything, and she would be done right there and they could move forward. Gizelle, I don't believe it. I think that Karen cut you deep. Deeper than y'all been cutting each other, especially when it comes to Jamal. I think she cut you deep, because although she didn't, do the whole binder thing with you concerning Monique, she co-signed a lot of the mess, and she knew a lot of stuff that was coming, and that cut you deep. So I feel like, girl, there was a point of no return for you. So I don't believe that there was anything that the Grand Dame could have said to you to make you move forward. I think you needed to cut her just as deeply, and then maybe after there's no more blood to be let out by the both of you, then you can move forward. But I don't think that you would have squash your beef with her if she walked into you and said that she was sorry. So anyway, Gizelle is like, oh no, well, I can't be friends with the Grand Dame. And the Grand Dame was like, here we go. And then I think Wendy was like, well, why? And she was just like, I can't be friends with somebody like that. So I'm just going to start, I don't like you. So I'm just going to start being truthful. I'm going to be, start telling your drunk truth, your broke truth, your cheating truth. Like, oh, she just starts going in. And then the Grand Dame was like, oh, shut up. Shut up. If you want to say those things, then I'll start talking about your hot pocket. And then everybody is like, hot pocket? Who got a hot pocket? And the Grand Dame was like, I'll start talking about that hot pocket between those thighs and everything that's going on under there. And then Gizelle was like, I got a hot pocket? No, I got a WAP. And the Grand Dame says to Gizelle, because Gizelle says, well, your husband's penis ain't working. And then the Grand Dame was like, well, Jamal's is, but it don't want you. And the Grand Dame was just like, you're a broke whore from Hampton University and everybody knows it. That's why you're going to end up in Sing Sing. And I'm like, what? Prison? What happened? What is all of this information that they are throwing that is like coded that we don't know? And everybody at the table is trying to make out what is being said. I was dying at Mia's reaction, because guys, this is our first time meeting everybody. So she's at the table. She done heard Gizelle get called the hot pocket. She done heard that Ray's penis don't work. She done heard that Jamal's penis work, but it don't want Gizelle. Then she heard that Gizelle is a broke whore from Hampton University and everybody knows it, and she's going to end up in Sing Sing. Mia was like, I love them. Gizelle and Karen, I hate to say it, when they're at odds, they give us the best season. The shadiest women in Potomac are at war, and unfortunately, we are going to benefit from it. Because, baby, these two in the last couple of minutes of this episode was the best, some of the best reality TV I've seen in a very long time. You're a broke whore from Hampton University. Everybody knows. What? That's why you ended up in Sing Sing. Like, what happened? Gizelle was in prison? What's going on? I love them. I'm so glad they're back. Love at the Lockup and the Real Housewives of Potomac has blessed me so much. So much. I'm so glad that these shows are back. I've been dying for good reality TV. Encore as well. Encore at BET, like, thank you. Thank you guys for showing up to work. This is all we want. It's a new day. What's up, bro? I'm on live. Yeah. I'm probably going to be done in like an hour or so. Really? Okay. Okay. Let's do it. Okay. I'll call you. All right. Bye-bye. All right. Bye. Mom, it was Drew. I'll tell you later. Hey, family. We're back. I got a super chat from Dr. M. Dr. M said, well, we can always use lube on the dry coochie. I don't think we can fix the hot coochie. Dr. M, thank you for the super chat. I got another super chat from who? Oh, wait a minute. Asatu? Asatu again and again. Hello. Said, what is Sing Sing? I am French. LOL. Prison. It's prison. Thank you so much for the super chat. It's prison. So it's like Shonda said, Sing Sing Correctional Facility is a maximum security prison in New York State. So what is the Grand Dame talking about? What is she talking about? Sing Sing is a mental hospital. Oh, it's a mental hospital. Oh no. Jimmy G said she's referring to a low point in Gizelle's marriage to Jamal, where she had a breakdown and went to a mental facility. Oh, these two. Oh my gosh. Didn't I tell you they were going to give us good TV? Oh my, yeah, you guys are all saying she had a breakdown and she went to Sing Sing. Oh, Gizelle. Oh, Gizelle. Oh, you know what, Missy B2? I heard that they might possibly be on the next go around. Not the next, because the next go around, I think the next go around for Housewives All Stars have already been cast. I think they're on the third round of casting. I think it's going to be the Grand Dame and Kathy. I hope it happens. I hope it happens because I can see those two being besties and baby. I would want them to have their own show. The Grand Dame and Kathy take Manhattan or whatever. I would watch it. I would watch it. Jamal got a PPP loan? He's a pastor. He can get out of that, though. Yo, miss, y'all are a mess. Oh, but guys, that's all I want to talk about with this episode. So that's why I'm getting into your comments. Tracy said Gizelle shaded Mia when she walked in the door. Well, Gizelle does that to everybody. Every new girl, Gizelle tries to haze. I will say this. I feel like Mia cannot be hazed. I feel like Mia is just like Ebony, right? Because Ebony is preachy and teachy, right? She's also unhazable. She is not letting those ladies haze her. And that's another issue they're having with her. I feel the same way with Mia. I feel like they are going to try to haze her and it will not work. You can't haze Mia. You cannot haze Mia. Hey, Phil. Phil said Juan and Robin ain't broke. They don't have as much as others. He gets an NBA retirement. He gets NBA retirement plus coach money. Them parents are a dentist and a professor. Okay. See, I didn't know that Robin grew up with money. I had no idea. Because, I will say this. I like you, Candace, but she doesn't, if Robin does have, if she did grow up with money, she doesn't protest it as much. Candace lets you know, I grew up with money. I had the best of the best. And I hope it's not referring to me because I didn't say that they were broke. They just have, I feel like Juan and Robin have always lived within their means, which is fine, right? But when you're on these kind of shows, you have to live beyond your means, or you have to live you got to live a 1% kind of life, because that's what, you're mimicking Dynasty. So that is what we tune in for. So I think that Robin always got, the end of the sick, the bad end of the sick, whatever that means. I think she always got that because she, always lived a very middle to upper class kind of life. And this is like, you're not middle upper class here. You're not middle class here at all. You're upper class, and that's it. So I think that's why she probably always got read a bit more. Hey, Molly the maid say, yes, I forgot Robin too. That's why her mom was able to give her money when she was flipping houses. But we see how she wasted that money because she didn't know what she was doing. Yeah, I really wish that the house flipping would have been successful for her, because I wanted Robin to have something that actually worked out for her, because I didn't see those hats being it. But that's our Robin. That's our Robin. That aside, these girls are good. These girls are good. They gave us a great intro. Hey, Chocolate Capricorn. Chocolate Capricorn said, any homeowner should be happy and proud. Exactly. How can one hate on that? People really try it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Me too. If I can make it make sense, if I can get it, please believe I'm gonna have it. Make it make sense that I want a life size cutout of myself. I would take it everywhere. Me too. Me too. Make it make sense. We are one and the same. I would do it too. Oh, yes, they would. Thank you, Missy B2, for the super chat. The Grand Dame and Kathy Hilton would be the new Simple Life. They would. I didn't know I needed it. I would love to see those two on the show. Love it. Tracy, thank you for the super chat. Tracy said, don't owe Gizelle. Oh, don't owe Gizelle. It's Team Grand Dame over here. Drag Gizelle for filth. Keep your heel on her gizzard neck. Go, Karen, go. Thank you, Tracy, for the super chat. I will say this, right? I'm not Team Grand Dame or Team Gizelle. I love them equally for this show. Here is why. We have to be honest, right? Everybody on the show outside of Gizelle and Karen are supporting cast. This is their show. Those two know how to make a scene. They know how to produce a scene. They know how to get it on and popping. It's Gizelle and Karen and everybody else. They make Potomac. And I'm not going to take away from what the other ladies are giving, but you got to be honest. This was a great episode, but baby, when those two started going after each other, I'm going to tell yo broke truth, yo drunk truth. You are a whore from Hampton University and everybody knows it. I'm using that. I'm just going to change colleges. You're a broke whore from Howard University and everybody knows it. You're a broke whore from Temple University and everybody knows it. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Oh, God. Kathy and Karen take Manhattan. I would love it. I would love it. Hey, Jimmy. Jimmy G said, Gizelle has done numerous interviews saying she likes Mia, so try again. Oh, who? Who said that she's jealous? Oh, Lord. Oh, y'all, please don't, guys, don't get into it in the comment section. We are a family like a giant tree. What? Branching out to the sky. Please. Mackie said, Karen came locked and loaded for Gizelle. The day Karen apologizes to Gizelle is the day Jamal becomes a one-woman man, Team Grand. I do. This is the thing. It's sad to say, but when those two are like cordial, the seasons get a little boring. When they're at war, they are the best frenemies ever. Ramona and Sonia could take a page out of their book. They know how to be frenemies. They know how to be frenemies. I think, Anissa, that's going to be her storyline. And not saying that she's faking it or whatever, but I think that that's going to be eventually how her storyline is going to turn out. Because Anissa says, it feels like Robin is depressed and Juan worried about more kids. I think that's exactly what's happening, because even Robin said it in the opening of her storyline this episode. She said, I just have not been feeling like I want to do anything. I'm unmotivated. That's how it begins, right? Because that's when you call. You say, I just don't feel like doing anything today. And it turns into, I don't feel like getting out of bed. Then it turns into, I don't feel like waking up. That's how it happens. I'm telling you, we all, because you try to rationalize it to make it seem like, oh, it's normal. I just wanted to stay here and chill. But when you don't want to get up from that chill, not because it's comfortable, because you don't feel like you have any more left in you to give, or you don't have, the wherewithal, the energy to get up, and vitamins ain't fixing it. So I think that's what we're going to see this season. God. Unfortunately. Because Gizelle said, Robin said, what wedding are we going to have in COVID? Y'all could still go to the Justice of the Peace. And I don't know. I do not know. Phil said Gizelle plays her role very well. Absolutely agree. Gizelle knows she's tacky and don't care. Relationships don't work and she doesn't care. Gizelle is there to secure the bag. Absolutely. Gizelle shows up to work. The Grand Dame shows up to work. Fortunately for this cast, everybody is showing up to work, even the new girl. I don't know if we're going to have a friend of the show. To be honest with you, with these girls, I don't think we need it. I will say I enjoyed this first episode. I miss Monique, because this is the thing. You can't have a reunion like that and then we don't see you the next season. I need to see how this plays out. I miss her. I wish she was on the show, but I get it. I get, that she had to move on and do, what she needed to do. Rest in peace, T'Challa. But yeah, I would love to have her back on the show, even if she would just come in as a friend of the show for the Grand Dame. But I get it, Monique. I get it, but you're missed. Let me get some people who haven't spoken. Hey, Miss Gigi88. Miss Gigi88 said, I hate the way Juan talks to Robin like she is his child. That's their relationship and it works for them. That's their relationship and it works for them. Like countless people have told her about it, but she doesn't mind. She does not mind. Jimmy G said, hold on. Jimmy G said the Potomac women have to talk about everything, unlike Beverly Hills. I don't know what Beverly Hills has on Andy or the Bravo Network. I have no idea, but we have to be honest. Beverly Hills and OC, which I feel like OC will have a huge revival with the presence of Heather. Heather and Shannon are back at it again, it seems, on this show. I don't think these two are going to be enemies, but they just never been able to get along because Heather is the queen bee. She knows who she is, and you're going to have to bow down, or you and Heather are just not going to get along. So that's going to be interesting dynamic. And it seems like after, a few seasons of OC, when Heather came back on, she was able to breathe fresh new life back into the show. She left because of Kelly, and Kelly had to leave. That was the only way that Heather was going to come back. So it seems like OC might be able to bring it all back, but Beverly Hills just doesn't deliver, and they continue to get another season. And I am just so shocked. They don't deliver like the other housewife shows. They don't. And they don't talk about anything that's actually going on in their lives. Like even what we're hearing about Erica, had we not, had lawyers who are suing Tom Girardi and now, suing Erica's assets, had we not had them talking and doing interviews and filing against them, we wouldn't know anything. If we relied on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills to tell us what's going on with Erica in this case, we wouldn't know nothing. And it's unfair because every woman on these housewife shows outside of Beverly Hills have bared their all. Beverly Hills don't do that, and they get another season. I'm confused. And they get a nice check. I'm confused. No way Beverly Hills should be getting anything that Potomac, New York, and Atlanta is getting. No way do they deserve those kind of checks. It's given favoritism. It's given for what? For what? I'm so disappointed in Beverly Hills. If you can't tell already. Priscilla said, man, Gizelle's stylists have 9 lives. She really gets away with these fashions. That nude that new George Jetson outfit that she was wearing. Where were you going, Gizelle? But she knows. She knows. And she owns it. Can't get mad at her for that. Oh, really, Chocolate Capricorn? You think that Monique was fired? I think that she was penalized in her contract, and she probably said, you know what? I'm okay. Because I think every time a cast member gets physical, there's a certain way that you have to come back. And I think that Monique was just not going to do that. Monique was not going to come back and be apologetic. Monique was not going to agree to not putting hands on people. So, that's what I think. But I think she was asked back. But I don't know for sure. I think that, because why wouldn't you want to bring somebody back who had a reunion like that? I want her back on the show. And again, I'm not a fan of nobody but the Grand Dame, right? So I am talking about the show, not fan favorites or whatever, or I'm team this, I'm team that. No, I'm talking about what would make the show great. The show was great, right? Even better would be the lady with the freaking binder. If she could bring that reunion energy to the whole season, ciao. But I do miss her. Oh, Ryan Round said, there is another girl, I think a friend of, that I've seen in clips and photos. I think she's of Ethiopian descent. Oh, okay. That's good. Oh, Asatu again and again. Let's talk about that. Asatu said, did you see Antelope? Who's Antelope? Oh my God, Gizelle and Asatu. Gizelle and Robin's reaction to Candace talking about the colorist double standards between her and Ashley. Yes, I was bothered by that interview for several reasons. One, the interviewer, right? Says, I have to get on you for this. You're dark skinned. Why are you asking two light-skinned women who benefit from colorism if a dark-skinned coworker of theirs experienced colorism? What are you doing? Like, it just didn't make any sense. And then after they gave their answer, she just moved on. You are a dark-skinned Black woman. Why didn't you push that? Why didn't you go, oh, so you think that she's making that up? But you benefit from colorism, so how could you know that? I wish you would have done some pushback, because if you ask that question, then you should be able to flesh it out. And I just didn't think it was, I just didn't think it was fleshed out, in my opinion. I would have never asked light-skinned people about colorism. You teach them, you don't tell them, you don't ask them about colorism. A lot of them don't know, or choose not to know. Or care. So why would you even ask them that they benefit from colorism in our community? They're the oppressors. Why the hell are you asking the oppressor about colorism? You wouldn't ask a white person about racism. Wake up. I can't. That bothered me so much. And Gizelle and Robin, disappointed, not surprised that they answered like that. They benefit from colorism. They benefit from it. Of course, they're going to say that Candace is making stuff up and everything that she said is dumb. Constantly telling dark-skinned people, especially dark-skinned women, that what they are experiencing is not what they experience, helps them stay at the top of the, food chain when it concerns the men in our community who desire them, or when it concerns white supremacist spaces opening up for people who look like them and not us. They benefit from it within our community. They benefit from it outside of our community. So I just felt like it was a dumb question to ask them, especially if you're not going to press the question and flush out the question and, go after their answers, especially when their answers are rude and ignorant. And I also felt like Gizelle and Robin being on the platform that they have been put on, especially a platform where Black women keep your freaking lights on, especially Black women who look like me, to sit there and say that one of your cast members, her experience with colorism isn't her experience, when you know it is, but you're not going to admit it, right? Because then you lose some of your privilege. That's what it is, right? Everybody can see racism. Your oppressor knows what racism is. They can see it. They love it. They flourish on it. They win by gaslighting you. Same thing with colorists in the Black community. They know it. They see it. They gaslight you because they benefit from your oppression. I wish Gizelle and Robin had a different answer, but they're light. Only the good ones will acknowledge it. The other ones are going to continue to gaslight us and make sure, we stay where we are because they benefit from stepping on our necks. Hated it. And Candace, I'm not battling nobody with this. Candace absolutely experiences colorism on that show and within the fan base. The way the fans go after her, black, white, and everything else is because of the deepness of her melanin. Nobody goes after Ashley like that. Nobody. And she has been the most vile character on this show, and she never gets it like she's supposed to get it because she's light with 3C curls. That's the God honest truth. And I'm not battling nobody about it, especially nobody light. You not gaslighting me. Amen. Harriet Tubman would have left a lot of y'all. But that's my comment on that. Disappointed, not surprised. Disappointed, but not surprised. Who's her bestie? Black Gal said Candace better take note that her besties, she's besties with them? Said that she did not experience colorism. I think everybody knows that Gizelle and Robin are friends to nobody but each other. I think everybody knows that. I think that that's because, you have to remain friends with these people to stay on the show. Candace was willing to come back on the show with a woman who beat the brakes off of her in a barn. This is a good check for a lot of these women. Hey, Kids Rental said part of the replay crew. Wendy said on Instagram that she said that during the interlude that she had a BBL, but they didn't air it. Those editors are a mess. Oh, okay, so she had a BBL. Whoo, Wendy. Whew, dangerous, but girl, I'm glad you made it through. Absolutely, AAE said not just the deepness of her melanin, but the fact that Candace is so confident. Absolutely. The world hates a confident, dark, black woman. Please. I know. Don't be a black woman, dark as me or darker, and think that you're the ish. Oh, the world will let you know or try to make you believe that you're not. Child, please. Child, please. I know who the hell I am. I'm the beginning. Get with it. You would have nothing had it not been for me. Get out of here. Black Gal said, I don't care for Candace, but I have to agree that she did experience colorism. Absolutely. Let me tell you something. If you watch my reviews, I get Candace and that mouth together. I love Candace. She could never talk to me like that. Okay? I love me some Candace with that mouth. You could never talk to me like that. But she does experience colorism. All of that aside, she still experiences colorism. She still experiences colorism. Period. And there's there's no discussion there. A BBL, oof. Props to everybody who can get cut up like that for vanity. I couldn't do it. You have to be cutting a tumor out of my body for me to go under like that. The butt and the titties would just have to sit where they sit, and that's okay. But props to anybody who can do that. God bless you. Oh, SCP, you think she had a nose job? I felt like Karen was alluding to that. I think she was also alluding to like the fillers. Wendy had a lot of work done, and I just don't feel like it's a bad thing. I think it's because I live in LA. Like everybody, if you can afford it, even if you can't afford it, everybody gets work done. The only reason why I don't get work done, you already know, is because this is how my skin heals. So I will have these scars all over my body. That's the only reason, guys. Guys, if I could have Beyonce's hips, and who got a great butt? Who has a great butt? Beyonce has great hips. Who has a great butt that I think I would want? No, not that butt. Ashanti. Ashanti got a good butt. If I could have Beyonce's hips and Ashanti's butt by just the surgery, oh, I would do it. But this is what my body will look like after. So I got to eat right and work out. So we're going to take our time to get to that. Whatever fitness this body gives me, that's what we're settling on. But yeah, I do think that Wendy had a little, Wendy, you look different. But this is the thing. I'm bringing this back up, SCP. She could just have fillers or like Botox in the nose, because that's what they're calling now a non-invasive nose job, where you're just Botoxing the nose and you're freezing and moving nerves and muscles in a certain place so it could look a certain way. That's what I think she probably got, non-invasive, nose job. And probably got Botox in the jaw like Bethany. Like you can do a lot of stuff with Botox. Does Botox, I don't think Botox gives you a scar. I'm afraid to do it. I think I would do it though. Like right here. That's it. I would just do it first to see. Because I love Mia, but it got to move. Like my face got to move. I wouldn't feel comfortable. Because I feel like I would go and get Botox and I'll end up looking like that Muppet in Saw. You know, that Muppet on a bike? Child, no. Oh, TNR. I'm not going to highlight it, but that'll be it. Very. I'm staying out of that. I'm just saying. I hear you. Tara, I disagree. Wait. I think you're saying it like this. I don't like Candace because she's a nasty instigator. Then she has a tantrum. Nothing to do with colorism. Now, are you talking about how you feel about her? If that's it, then okay, girl. But I'm not going to deny that she's dealing with colorism from the fan base and from her cast members. But if that's how you feel, all right. All right. The bombshell blurred said that part. People can't take that Candace is dark, beautiful, and more intelligent than most of the girls. Okay. All right. You better let them know the bombshell blurred. Oh, no. I wouldn't get any work done in LA. Unless that doctor, he's always, I think, is he Nigerian? It's this doctor, this only Black plastic surgeon out here, and he does all the celebrities, or even celebrities who you don't think I worked on, he's worked on them. I would either go to him or I would find a doctor and a plastic surgeon in Atlanta. But again, I can't do it. God said no. God said no, so I'm going to leave it alone. Whatever this, listen, food, eating right and fitness, that's whatever that gives me, that's what I got. Oh, how many feel about who? Are we talking about Candace? Hey, Ryan. Ryan said, don't the needles eventually start to show after repeated injections, like enlarged pores? I really have no idea. I don't think so. Because we was like, no, I don't think so. It does, Jimmy. See, I can't. And when you gain weight, it makes all of your work shift and be in weird places. Ugh, I can't. Kimstree said, Wendy looks great to me. I agree. She is very recognizable. I am one of the few that likes Candace. I think in real life, she is a lot. Good people. Yeah. To be honest with you guys, I heard they're all really nice. You all have to realize they're giving us a show. So that's what I want the fan base to take from that. Same thing with Atlanta. But I feel like, unfortunately, I have to say this, I feel like for the Black shows, the fan base is so hard on the Black women. It's very bothersome. It really, really is. They're judged the most. I think they've received the most death threats. They're like, the commentary for them is just very, very harsh. Atlanta and Potomac, the Black women go through it with the fan base. And I think it's so unfair because these are shows that, are keeping the network running, right? These are the shows, let's be real, where the money is being funneled from these shows into other poorly performing shows. I think we need to spend more time congratulating these women for showing up to work instead of tearing them down. And I have to be honest with you, I've been watching this since Orange County. The women, the white-led shows do not get treated like the black-led shows. The fully black shows like Atlanta and Potomac, the fan base is not kind to those ladies. And those ladies put in work. They put in a lot of work. They're all really nice people outside of this. You just have to realize they're giving us a show. So, for instance, a lot of stuff that we are seeing, a lot of stuff is reenactments, right? So I told you about this before. What happens is you sit down with a producer, you tell them or your story producer or whatever, you tell them what you're going to have going on for the season. They do that with everybody, even before contracts are sent out. So they see what is interesting enough to film and document. If your stuff isn't interesting, they either drop you to friend of the show or they drop you off the show. If you give them an interesting storyline, right, they'll be there, right? This stuff that they're doing, it's called reality TV because real things happen while they're filming. A lot of it is pre-planned reenactments. They're giving you a show. They're doing a lot of this stuff for entertainment. Let them entertain you and support the hell out of them because the fan base is not kind to either of these shows, Atlanta or Potomac. And it's unfortunate because these ladies are showing up to work. Unlike the other shows, except for New York, these ladies are showing up to work, not getting the praise that they deserve. And it's very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. I have a super chat. Hey, Phil. Phil said, I love my Candace. However, I think she got a lot of hate because she went against the fan favorite Monique. Ashley, lucky Robin didn't punch her. But Ashley gets away with it. Ashley and her sexually harassing husband get away with everything. I wonder why. JB says what? Said the people can't handle the daggers that come from her mouth. I will say this about Candace. Candace don't start stuff, but she finishes it. This is the thing with Candace. You got to be prepared for her mouth when you come for her. They are never prepared for what this woman is about to say. And I'm like, well, why did you poke that little bear? Why did you poke that little bear? It's always the short ones that got that mouth. Baka with 3 Olives said, I think they are especially hard on Kenya Moore. Unfortunately for Kenya, she has accepted the role of the villain, right? Without the villain role that she plays, I think she would have got it as well. Kenya is a beautiful woman who is a beautiful dark-skinned woman. So the hate for her is going to be like, she's already going to get hate because she's the villain. But it's going to be magnified. But I don't know. Kenya seems like she can handle it. I couldn't do it. I would definitely change my narrative. But you see, when she changed how she wasn't invited back to the show. When she came back to the show, she was her villain self again. And now she continues to return. The network is not looking for a kind Kenya because Kenya showed them villain. That's how they met her. That's how they continue to book her. She can't change that up and still think that she's going to be on this show. And at this point, she has made this show her livelihood. But I agree. Jonas said, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills never really insult each other like that. Like they never throw any shade. And if someone does, they all gasp with shock. What? How long have you been watching The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Jonas, baby. Do you remember Taylor? They put Taylor through hell. Do you remember Denise Richard from last season? Jonas. No, I can't agree with you. They insult, they tear down, they destroy families of the girls they don't like. The other ones, they protect them like no other. I agree with you. I am really shocked that they allowed this man to still be on the show. He's at this point had two people who have worked on the show who have accused him of sexual harassment. It has been filmed and documented by this show, and y'all still bring him on? I'm going to be real with you. A black man couldn't have done that. A black man could, none of them married to medicine husbands, none of them Real Housewives of Atlanta husbands or boyfriends, none of them Potomac husbands or boyfriends could have done that. But Michael can, because he's white. Period. I said what I said. I said what I said. Wine, they would cut fine wine in seconds. I don't know if it's because he sexually harassed black men or just men. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's that double standard, but he should not be on that show. He should not be on that show. Hey, Virgo. Virgo said exactly. How was everyone reading Wendy's video with a camera in their face and at the same damn time? Coincidence or reenactment? Yours to tell. Yeah, they're giving us a show, guys. So let's just enjoy it and have a good time and support the hell out of these black women because they are going through hell in the fan base. Hell. Hey, Planning with Danny. So glad you're here. Planning with Danny said, remember when Kim threatened to expose Lisa Rinna's husband and Lisa broke a glass at Kim? Classic scene. Classic. You want to talk about the husband? Bam! She broke the glass and put it at her freaking neck. Nobody calls Lisa Rinna violent or a hazard to the show, or nobody said that she brought the show down. That was celebrated. I'm telling you, the fan base is harder on the black women, and it's unfair because those black women bring so much freaking money to Bravo. They should be celebrated like Lisa Rinna, who breaks off a glass and puts the glass in somebody's freaking jugular and still comes back every season. Momi said, LOL, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast members always throw shade. It's nothing compared to Atlanta and Potomac, but those ladies insult and argue with each other all the time. This season alone is proof of that. And they always out people. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and Atlanta, we got to be real, but Beverly Hills will out you in a second. But they still come back. And they never get the heat for that. What they were doing to Denise was outing this woman. But they all got to come back. Ciao. Yona said, oh, I just changed my mind about Mia. While Nikki was talking, Bravo posted a clip of Mia saying Gizelle has a beautiful heart and exchanging numbers with the monsters that Wendy's home backstabbing Karen. She's going to give us a show. She's going to give us a show. Yeah, that's what it is. Breezy said, BH throws shade. They're just not funny like ATL and Potomac. Absolutely. They're not memeable. Guys, look at the most memes and gifts that comes from the Real Housewives world. The majority of them are black women. Majority of them are Nene. Girl, I wish you fixed that with them. I really wish you fixed that with the network because you could make a pretty penny. And I know you lost a pretty penny. I wish you would fix that and fix yourself so you can get back to where you are. At the end of the day, it's about the coin. It's about the coin. Bag fumbled. I agree, Kima. Kima said, I think the Black Housewives are watched by Black people and we're harder on ourselves, unfortunately, especially our women. Especially women. We are harder on the women in the Black community, but they do have a large non-Black following as well. And the only reason why, not the only reason, but one of the reasons why I said that we have to give them more support than we do hate and critique is because non-Black people go by our lead, right? So if we're on there dragging these Black women, then non-Black people also feel like it's okay to get this person together since this fan base is tearing this person down. So now they can say, "Oh, I don't like this person." Like there was a time where especially last season, where everybody was just dragging Candace, right? And then I saw a lot of non-black people saying some terrible things about Candace because the door was opened. The door was open. Celebrate them more than you tear them down. Because what you think might be a little funny critique or just, oh, I can't stand her, I don't want, you're putting that out into a fan base that already dislikes them because of the color of their skin. You know what I mean? I'm not saying be fake, but I'm saying there is, like in this episode, right? There's so much to critique, but there's so much to go up for about these women. So let's focus more of the energy there. Still critique. This is your show. This is your platform. You can do and say whatever you want, but just know that they don't have the same experience as the BH ones, as Roni, as OC, as Jersey. Just know that the women who are funneling the most money to this show, the women who are showing up to work at Bravo, who just so happen to be black, are getting it from the fan base because they just so happen to be black. We could love on them a bit more. That's all I'm saying. Oh, I saw something. Hey, Pink Petals. Pink Petals said, "Do you really think that Nene and Bravo can fix their issues?" Yes, because at the end of the day, they both make each other a lot of money. They both make each other a lot of money. The only thing is that Nene will have to retract what she said, and I think for the right price, she will do that. It will be smart for her to do that because, honey, just take it back. Just take it back, because I'm not saying that there isn't any racism or discrimination at Bravo. I'm saying I don't think Nene experienced it. Nene at one point was making the most money out of any housewife. Nene got upset when other housewives started to catch her in coin, and it happened to be somebody who was already loaded by the time they got to the show. She messed up her relationship with Bravo because of Kandi. Girl, wasn't nobody paying you what Bravo was paying you? Who cares what Kandi is doing? Get your freaking coin. Y'all don't like money. Y'all can't nobody mess up my close to $4 million paycheck for 6 months worth of work. Get out of here. Anyway, thank you so much for the super chat, New Mommy D. New Mommy D said, wait, they define throw shade on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. He must not remember Dorit going, see you next Tuesday, Camille, randomly in the middle of a nice dinner. Or the shade queen of Beverly Hills, Lisa Vanderpump. Everything she said was shade, and she would say, "Oh, it's my British humor." Like, come on. They do it. It's just not funny or creative, so we don't care. Give me shelter, said, I agree, Nikki. I saw a tweet about Dr. Wendy last season, which opened the door for a seemingly white woman because of profile pic to call her uppity. I don't know about most, but I personally saw that as a microaggression. Yes, I absolutely agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. Jonas said, I hear your wise words, Nikki, but Gizelle leaves me no choice. I understand. I understand. Yeah, both Atlanta and Potomac have a huge non-black fan base as well. But I just, a lot of people go by our leading. Our leading. And if you just want to go back and look at some tweets about Candace and Dr. Wendy, drag them in your living room, right? You can praise them on Twitter. Even if it hurts you, do it, because you'll do more good. You'll do more good for these ladies. Deir said, Nikki, I'm screaming at my phone right now. I've been saying this. Oh, I'm glad I could say it. Oh, Sean, I missed a super chat. Hold on. Let me see if I can go back. Got that from Phil. Here's another super chat. Oh, I'm so sorry that I missed it. How am I missing these super chats? Thank you, Shonda. Shonda said super chat from wait. I got it. I got it. Thank you, Shonda. Jimmy G said, Nikki, will you consider reviewing Love and Marriage Huntsville? New season starts this Saturday. Pretty please. I gotta see how my mama feels about it. Here is why. I don't know anything about that show. My mom watches that show. She stopped watching it last season because she hated to see Melanie, and I don't know the cheating guy's name, but they had a scene where they were screaming and their kids were crying, and it just broke her heart. And she just lost the taste for it. If she's up to it, I'll definitely review it with her because she just knows more about it than I do. Chocolate Capricorn said YouTube and content creators said some disgusting things about the women on Atlanta and Potomac, but that Candace, it was a whole new level. Absolutely. Absolutely. I absolutely agree. It was like I'm telling you, I watched some reviews and I was just like, you know what? Let me stick up for Candace because my God, today, what are y'all seeing that I'm not seeing? Like Candace didn't deserve the stuff that she got. The fact that people were saying that she deserved to get beaten, I hate. Like what? I just couldn't believe that there were people who agree with what Monique did. I just could not. I mean, I understand you. Like I like the Grand Dame, right? She's my favorite. If her and Gizelle get into it and she punches Gizelle in the face and in the back of the head, I'm not going to agree with her doing that. I don't care what Gizelle said, right? But for some reason, people just go after Candace. I think we all know the reason. And I think those who experience that will always call it out. Hello. Hello. Hey, give me shelter. Happy Monday. Also, thank you all for joining me. We got 276 people in the room on a Monday. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, Martell Hope. That's his name. I'll ask her. JG, what's up? Said I'm late, but why are grown women still defending Candace's physical assaulted, still defending Candace Brigg? Being physically assaulted because of her mouth. I don't know. I don't support it. Planning with Danny said, Nikki, would you ever consider Married at First Sight again? LOL. Why do I feel like I know the answer to that? This is the thing. I have recorded it, right? I'm going to watch the special and see. If I like the couples, I'll definitely get into it. But that season 12 did a number on me. Yona said, but Nikki, is it uncomfy to defend Gizelle, Robin, and Ashley's protection from viewers when they would not do that for their darker sisters? What do you mean? Is it uncomfy to defend Gizelle? When they would not do that for their darker sisters. I hope I'm answering this because I still am trying to understand the question. Defend all of the Black women on these shows because what I'm saying is because they are Black, they are already getting it. I think we as a community can break down the colorism and have that conversation, but I would just say go up for them because if you even search, because I searched the hashtag a lot just because, a lot of you guys are hilarious. If you search the hashtag for this show, for the Real Housewives of Potomac, Love After Lockup, and 90 Day Fiance, you guys are freaking stand-up comics. It's such a good time. But there's also, you also see a lot of stuff, and it's specifically for the Black-led shows where the comments get very brutal. And I've never seen that for Roni. I've never seen that for OC. I've never seen it for Beverly Hills, and I've never seen it for Jersey, which has been the most violent show. So there's only one reason. There's only one conclusion that makes sense in this situation why the women who are on the Black Housewife shows get the most kind of, violent hate. So let me get my super chats. Leanne, thank you so much, my love. Phil, Phil said black folks are coming after Ebony on Roni. Those producers produced that show with Ebony. They told Ebony to come after girls and their wealth. Thank you, Phil. I absolutely agree, which is why I always try to walk lightly with Ebony and also try to make it comedic. Here is why. I have already seen how people talk about her on that show. Already seen it. It's already starting. However, I'm not going to do this show and lie to you guys, right? If I see something, I got to call it out. But I want to make sure that I'm supporting her as well, and, probably doing the most in support, because she is unfortunately getting a lot of hate, a lot of microaggressions, a lot of racism. The more she talks about the racism that she receives in her life. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. A lot of people are starting to like Brashan because Brashan is a good time girl and she speaks in All Lives Matter. I want Ebony to get a second season. I think every new housewife deserves a second season just because it's a new format for them. It's all new. Let them figure it out. And then if they don't deliver in the second season, you can let them go. But I hope she gets another season. And I hope that she watches this and is able to come back and just be Ebony. And even if that is teaching, I think it'll be in a way where it makes sense for her. Because I do feel like a lot of what she has been doing on this show has been let out by producers. I just do not think that this is who she is on a daily basis. I still think that she is not good for the show. I think she is good for The View because Ebony, in my opinion, is not gutter. I have not, in what I've seen her in, even when she was on Revolt, she's very highbrow, very high society, more high society than these women, which is probably why they got a lot of issues with her. But, if she wants to continue to do it, that's her prerogative. But I just think that, in my opinion, she is so far above Roni. It's just not, I just don't think she's going to be able to play in the dirt. And you need to play in the dirt to be on these shows. Not that that's a bad thing, right? Not that these women are low class or anything. But you got to go places that that I just don't think that Ebony goes. And maybe that's why she's giving off this kind of energy to the viewers, because they're expecting some mess and you have this very highbrow woman. Wendy was able to do it perfectly. She was able to be very highbrow, political commentator, degrees, but she was also able to have fun, get into it with the girls. Ebony just hasn't had that yet, and I hope if she gets a second season we can see that. Hold on. Hey, JG. JG said also, I think it's ironic that people going on Gizelle for coming for families every season and label her miserable. Ashley spent every season until birth doing that in crickets. Ciao. I agree with that, Delilah. Delilah said, I agree about Candace being pedigree, but Gizelle and Robin are as well. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, Jimmy G said Radar Online, I know, is reporting that Ramona might be fired because of her high salary. I think it's time. I think we need to graduate Roni, because Roni is the Real Housewives of New York. That New York, we've seen that. Let's see. I feel like, but I know a lot of people don't like Leah. I think she's great for the show. I think she's a part of New York that we should see. I think it's time to graduate the housewives of the Real Housewives of New York. If you're not going to graduate them, then you want to bring back Bethany and Dorinda and Tinsley. If we're not graduating, bring back some of the greats. You know what? Carmen said next week Candace will be dropping her new music video. Can you review that with the Real Housewives of Potomac review next week? I absolutely will. I will say this new song that she dropped is not for me because I think that she is an up-tempo girl. I love that song. I don't know. I just swear it's high. The time I talk to. I love that song. That is one of my favorites from her. This other song, I'm like, I think you're an up-tempo girl. You should do a go-go album, Candace. I think you got it in you. I would love that. Okay, Delilah. Y'all said no Bethany. No Bethany. Hold on. I want to get back to this JG. But Momi said, why was Dorinda dropped from the show again? I think Dorinda needed to get well. Just like Kim Richards, right? Kim Richards, the best thing that ever happened to Beverly Hills outside of Garcelle. Dorinda, the best thing to happen to New York outside of Sonia. But I think she needed to get well. And if she cannot be well on this show, then I'd rather not have her on it. But she was such a great cast member. Such a great cast member. JG said the difference between Wendy and Ebony is one is on a white cast and the other on a black cast. Ebony was thrown in with women who have a history of racial ignorance on the show. IG, for example, Ramona. Absolutely. Absolutely. But Wendy also has to deal with colorism on that show, which was, let's be real, guys, that's why that was the running storyline in Potomac for a couple of seasons. Colorism came up in the first, because they were saying that Potomac is normally for light-skinned people, like a lot of Creole light-skinned people. Like, remember that first season when they tried to get into it, but Bravo wasn't ready for that conversation? Baby. Yona said, Nikki, what do you anticipate about this coming feud between Gizelle and Wendy? That's going to be real. That is going to be a real feud because Wendy don't play with Eddie, and Gizelle is going to try it. And I think that feud will unify Wendy and the Grand Dame. I could be wrong, but I feel like that feud, when Gizelle try it with Eddie, that is going to be some real tea. Because Wendy said, you can play with these cameras if you want to. I was like, oh, we're breaking the fourth wall. We're breaking, you know, when they break the fourth wall, oh, baby, that's real. That's a storyline we didn't discuss, okay? Now we're bringing some real life to the show. I hate to say it. I can't wait for that moment. Hate to say it. Hate to say it. Hey, Just Jonda said, the issue the women I know have with Candace is that we are not happy to build, that we are happy to build generational wealth for our children. We are not feeling her marrying that wealth to a broke white dude with bonus baby moms. I can see that. New Mommy D said, Candace is also a petite girl. When you're a petite girl, sometimes people like to sun you. Hey, what's up, son? I love it. You from New York? It's like you have to fight for respect. Yeah. Yeah, but y'all also got a little Napoleon complex too. Yeah, thank you. JG said, yes, colorism was front and center. And to be honest, Gizelle was dead on about Katie and her perceived anti-blackness. Y'all gotta listen. If you don't know about colorism in Potomac, go back to the first episodes. The first season. Oh, they would get into it. Love Like You said, now Wendy goes the route of Monique on Gizelle, she's going to look real hypocritical. Absolutely. I think she's smart enough to not do that, though. And I think also they have within their contracts, when something like that happens, the next it's honestly sad, but it's worse for the people who remain on the show because now everything is real tight. Now stuff that wasn't in your contract is now in your contract. So I think she'll be smarter. I think all of the ladies will be a lot smarter. What's whack about Gizelle and Wendy is everybody, husband and man, is talked about in rumors, but somehow hers shouldn't be. He shouldn't be excluded. But you know how women are about their men. You can talk about everybody else's man, but you talk about my man. Let's go. You know what I mean? You know how we are. You know how we are. Anyway, family, I got to get out of here. I still got a full day ahead of me. I'm not done. My day is not going to end until like 2 a.m. Welcome to being an entrepreneur. It is what it is. I love y'all. Thank you so much for all of you for joining me on a Monday. I know Mondays are hard. I hope that I could make your Monday a little brighter, a little funner, whatever. I hope I just made your day better. Thank you all so much for joining me on today. look out for 90 Day Fiance and You, Me, and My Ex later on tonight. Also, I don't know if I'm doing a Bachelorette live tomorrow. I may have to work. I may have to work a gig. So I will see. Please make sure you follow me on Instagram because that's where I'll post everything that's going on with me first. And then I'll post it here on YouTube. My Instagram is NikkiNicoleStar. Love y'all. See you soon. Bye. Great first episode, Potomac. We are so glad that you are back. Thank you all for showing up to work. Bye, family.